Hey, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Drew back again with another video for all you soccer fans out there. And in this one, as you can tell probably by the title and the thumbnail, we're going to be talking about Mesut Ozil probably coming to MLS probably next season. Mesut Ozil, of course, if you're not familiar with him, 31 years old right now, German international player, played his trade right now in Schalke, to Werder Bremen, to Real Madrid, to now playing currently at Arsenal in the Premier League, where he seems to be kind of falling out of favor almost at Arsenal, seems to be kind of unsettled. And right now at 31 years old, like I said, the attacking midfielder seems to be on the lookout for maybe a team that can kind of rekindle his love and joy for soccer, and maybe he thinks that possibly an MLS team could fill that void right now. So in this video, we're going to go ahead and talk about 4 teams that I think Mesut Ozil could probably end up, or 4 teams that I think would be good for Mesut Ozil to end up in. So without further ado, let's get into it. But before we do, be sure to follow me on Twitter and Instagram right now, right here on the screen if you want to. You know, I want to get more followers than my sister. It's a little sibling rivalry you can help me out with. And be sure to subscribe as well. Okay, let's talk some soccer. Okay, obviously the first team I have to go ahead and put on this list is, of course, David Beckham's Inter Miami, a team, a new team just, expanded into the MLS coming in 2020. So David Beckham, of course, is looking on the lookout for a designated player to fill, his designated player, list. There has been talks and links that Edinson Cavani could be one of these players that David Beckham seems to be having to try to pull into MLS for his Miami team. And if that would happen, I think it would be absolutely insane if Mesut Ozil would also follow Edinson Cavani to Miami in Florida, because the thought of Edinson Cavani and Mesut Ozil linking up together in the attack against MLS teams, oh my god, that would be absolutely insane. Edinson Cavani, as you know, one of the best strikers right now, or I think one of the most underrated and overlooked strikers currently, maybe because he plays in a team that kind of a lot of people joke around about. That's kind of a joke, and if you ask me, I would I'm on that list as well. But nonetheless, it doesn't take away from the quality player that he is, a really great striker, and having Mesut Ozil, make some beautiful creativity passes, making great assists. I think these two at Inter Miami would be absolutely insane and probably a dream come true for David Beckham. And what a better way to start your MLS career than with one of soccer's biggest names, new teams right now in MLS. What a good way to show your skills with, other than coming into a new team like Inter Miami. I think that'd be a pretty good one, but there's more to this list, so let's get to the next one. And of course, that team being none other than LA Galaxy, a team who seems to be losing 2 of its biggest players, I'd say, in Zlatan Ibrahimovic and possibly also Alessandrini, 2 players who could possibly leave this summer from the Galaxy and maybe from MLS as a whole. And if these 2 players were to leave, it could open up some DP spots for LA Galaxy to fill. And what better way to fill it than with Mesut Ozil, another player who would, like I said, can bring a lot of creativity, bring a lot of attacking, open up some new attacking lanes that maybe some other players could not see. Mesut Ozil, one of the best assist makers of all time, or at least of this generation, I'd say. And I think, taking Mesut Ozil after losing Zlatan and Alessandrini could be a really good idea, because Zlatan did create lots of chances in terms of attacking quality and in terms of scoring goals and chances created for Galaxy. But if he were to go, I think Mesut Ozil would be a good replacement, only because Mesut Ozil, like I said, could find good passing lanes, could have some better creativity for the Galaxy strikers that are left over from Zlatan's departure, and I think he could help those Galaxy strikers become even better strikers with the kind of assist and kind of passing and vision he has in soccer. I think would be a really, really good idea for LA Galaxy to go ahead and try and get Mesut Ozil. Next team I have on this list could be kind of a long shot, but why not? Let's go ahead and talk about it anyway. That, of course, is Columbus Crew. Like I said, a long shot here, I know. A long shot mostly in the terms of the financial side. Mesut Ozil is not going to be a cheap player. He's not going to have a cheap salary. He's going to be an expensive buy for any team in the league, for literally any team in the freaking world, to be exact. Very, very, very high salary. Hopefully someone can try to talk him down to a pretty adjustable salary, especially when he has to come to MLS with the whole salary cap thing here. Whatever. Mesut Ozil, an expensive player, but Columbus Crew did lose Higuain this past season, so Again, another DP spot open in another MLS team. And I think, Columbus Crew could benefit from having Mesut Ozil come in and replace Higuain, which I think is a giant replacement. Mesut Ozil is still young, only 31 years old, a lot younger than Higuain was, and a lot better quality, I'd say, and has a lot more creativity and attacking, quality in his locker. I think he'd be a really good addition to this team, even though Yazzie Zardes is leading the line in attack for Columbus Crew. I have to go ahead and say Zardes is, better at club level than he is at national team level. But I think if Mesut Ozil were to come into this team and really create more chances for Zardes, he could make Zardes look even better than he is. And that, of course, is only if Zardes is able to finish those chances that Mesut Ozil will create for him. So you got to think about that as well. And the last team I have on this list is, of course, DC United. Obviously, just losing Wayne Rooney this season. It was announced a couple months ago that he was going to go back to England, and that DC United would be without Wayne Rooney for the next season. But now it looks like they are also losing Luciano Acosta, another great attacking-minded player that DC United has, looks to be leaving as well. So that leaves another DP spot open for DC United, and also leaves a big hole in the attacking sense for DC. This is a team who has had trouble, attacking, especially during the playoffs, really not having the most creativity there in the attacking sense, really relying a lot on Wayne Rooney, a team I think that, like I said, lacks creativity in the attacking sense. And I think the best way to do it is, of course, having Mesut Ozil, a great assist maker, great playmaker, great vision with the ball and his passes. That would be a great addition to this team to fill both of those spots left vacant by Acosta and Wayne Rooney. Of course, Mesut Ozil's work rate won't be as good as Wayne Rooney's was, or maybe even Luciano Acosta, but nonetheless, I think Ozil will be able to provide lots of attacking quality going forward, which is what DC really lacks. So something to think about there, DC United fans. But that's pretty much all I have for you guys today. These are the 4 teams that I think Mesut Ozil would do well in, and maybe 4 teams that could possibly go ahead and acquire Mesut Ozil. That being, of course, if Mesut Ozil were to lower his salary, and if these teams were able to gather money together to go ahead and purchase an expensive player like Mesut Ozil. And Mesut Ozil I think is interested in coming to MLS, especially since he's having some trouble right now at Arsenal with Unai Emery, and just Unai Emery just having trouble in general with Arsenal right now this season. I think Mesut Ozil was looking to jump ship. And what better way to jump ship than come to MLS, boy? And like I said, to be honest, I'm not the biggest fan of having big name players, older in age coming to MLS, but it is fun to see. And also, Mesut Ozil is really not that old. He's only 31 years old. That could be a prime spot for some players out there, so it's not like he's 36 years old, 37 years old coming here to MLS. That'd be a whole different story. I'd be totally against that. But 31 years old, really not that bad, really not that old. He could provide a lot of quality in any MLS team. Obviously, he'd walk into any team, be a starter on any team in this league. So that's something I think that I would like to see Mesut Ozil in MLS. Hopefully, it happens one day. We're gonna have to keep up to date, and what better way to keep up to date than subscribe down below, so that way, if I have any updates, I will update you guys right here on this channel. But before we go, let me know your thoughts down below on what teams you would like to see Mesut Ozil play in, or what teams you think would be able to acquire Mesut Ozil, and let me know why. As always, thank you so much for watching. Thanks for kicking with me, and I'll see you next time. Peace.